Brianna, let's take a look at your week 5 assignment 2 very, very quickly here. This is looking good so far. Lighting situation wise, I'm not quite sure that there's much of a difference between the two of these. Little bit of some differences, subtle differences between light maybe coming from the right side and coming from directly above. I think either one can work actually, and I almost kind of like, well, I like what you're doing with these. I actually like the one with a little bit more color because I think the blue tends to contrast better with the orange than just having so much white in place. It tends to feel a little bit, I think, too stark and too empty. But there's a good amount of detail in place, although I think that some elements like the trunk will have to be refined more texturally. They'll have to be a little bit more in place, and I think it'd be nice to see things like having a picture within the frame that contrasts with the blue, and that sort of stuff. But all the elements seem to be there. You've got an interesting space. The perspective feels good, overall. We're not seeing the tops of things that we shouldn't, and we're not seeing we're seeing a good amount of the top the further down we get, which is great. The roof is very nice as well. I just think that it's going to be this balance between some very minimal things like the white bed and the white dresser, and more highly detailed things like texturally having the chest and the floor work, or having the books be very crisp and clean. But I think it's coming along well. And I think for me, the only thing I wish is that, it was on time. But this is kind of the direction I think I would go. I would definitely go a little bit bolder than I would a little bit more minimal. And I think that the visual interest thing is a big thing that you'll have to, think about.